include this in the recording now that I've hit record, because I don't want them coming up to me the last week of class going, because I'm just going to, ignore them and keep going. So if you come up to me the last week of class and ask me the questions, I'm just going to ignore you, because once I've covered the material, I don't repeat myself. So if you need to know a date, then you go on My Labs Math and you look for the date that something is due. Okay. Again, these are the dates. Last day of class is the 30th. We will meet. Just ignore that. That's another class. We will finish probably this week. Probability and statistics, we'll probably finish that this week. And the last test, I meant the Unit 3 questions, I'll go over the last week of class. The last day of class, the 30th, your last test will be due and your final exam will be due. 20% of your test comes from homework, 80% comes from tests. Any questions on any of that material? Any of that I just went over? Now
I have a question.
I'm sorry, what?
Is some of the homework still open or is it closed? Because I have to make up some.
Well, I'm going to go over that right now. Thank you for reminding me, Miss Hunter. Okay. If I was to give you a test back, and the old-timey hand-graded test, and I gave everybody, I gave everybody an extra 20 points by mistake. Would you raise your hand and say, Hubert, I think you gave me an extra 20 points by mistake? Would you do that?
It's the right thing to do.
It depends.
No, I didn't ask you if it was the right thing to do.
Honestly, said, probably not.
No, Miss Grindle, thank you for your honesty. You probably would. It's like if I dropped $20 in the parking lot and it sat there for 2 days, are you going to sit there and go, I wonder if this is somebody else's money?
If I saw the person drop it, I'd give it to them.
I know, but let's say you did.
It depends on, like, if I have an A, and if you take it away, will I still have an A? Because if you take it away and I still have an A, then yeah, I'll tell you. But if it's going to take my A away, nah, I ain't telling you. That's the honest truth.
All right, so 80% of the class would not say anything, okay? So if, Miss Hunter, to answer your question, if you go on to My Labs Plus or My Labs Math, whatever they call it now, and you see something that is to your benefit, do you email me, class? Do you email me, or do you say, I'm going to take advantage of this?
I'm going to say, and keep going.
There you go. You're going to say, I'm going to take advantage of this. And you're not going to email me and say, I'm confused. Oh my God. Okay.
It's like that one student at the end of class that asked if there's homework, even though the teacher didn't give any.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
so,
right.
If you see something on My Labs Math and you're like, hey, I could take advantage of this, then go for it. Because if you send me an email that say you're confused, I'm not going to reply to it anyway, because you should be taking advantage of whatever you're emailing me about. Okay. But that, Miss Hunter, I guarantee if you go on My Labs Math, you might see what I'm talking about. Okay. To answer your question, okay? All right. Let's get to the handy-dandy homework questions that were sent. And hold on just a second. I got to mute my mic right quick and holler at my son. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull up my handy-dandy homework question. And y'all should be able to see my, let's see, yeah, you should be able to see it. I got a couple of questions again from last week. This one is 12.3. I still got a 12.2 question right here. I'm looking to see. Let me put them in order. There we go. And there we go. Now they're in order. And I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. Let's see, we're going in this direction. 12.2, 13/11. 12.2, 13/11. I don't know if we've already went over this. I don't think we have. But let's look and see. Okay, we did that one. Okay. Just for giggles, I'll do it again because it could be a test question, but I'm not going to give you that many numbers. I might give you 10 numbers, but I'm not giving you, see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 30 numbers. I wouldn't give you 30. I'm going to put it over in, I'm going to put it over in Excel just so everybody can see what I'm doing. But I did cover this last week, but I'm going to do it again because it doesn't hurt to go over it again. Okay, there's the numbers. First thing I'm going to do is put them in order.
Mr. Pack's trying to say something, but his mic's cutting out.
I'm sorry, what?
You went over putting the things in the calculator last time.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't happen to know how to do that on a phone, would you?
Oh, you want me to do that today? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because the
I'll
only
do that.
calculator I have is on my phone.
Okay. So let me go in. We'll do the whole thing then. If you want me to do that. All right. Here's the calculator. Clear. 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 All right. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller calculator so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to type in all these numbers. Now, since I'm using the mouse, it takes a little bit longer for me. Okay, so this is what you do. You hit Stat. Right here, hit Stat. And hit Edit. Just hit Enter. And that will put you into the spreadsheet. And first thing I'm going to do is clear. So go up to L2 and hit Clear and Enter. Do not hit Delete. If you hit Delete, that will delete the whole column. Don't do that. Go up to L1, hit Clear, and Enter. Now you're ready to type in your numbers. Now I'm going to type them in as there is, and then I'm going to show you how to sort them. So 500, 300, 200, 200, 200, 150, 130, 100, 100, 99, 90, 90, 80, 75, 75, 75, 75, 70, 70, 70, 65, 65, 65, 61, 60, 50, oops, another 60, 50, 50, 55, and 30. Well, I don't know. Okay, you're not going to be able to use a calculator on this one. I'm sorry. But that's how you type in your numbers. Okay, I'll show you how to type in the numbers. And I'll show you something else here in a minute. That's how you type in your numbers. How do you put them in order? You hit Stat. And you hit Sort in Ascending, Sort A. And then it'll ask you to do L1. hit enter, and type in second, number 1. If you look above the number 1 through 9 or 1 through 6, you'll see L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, L6 right above it. You want L1. So hit shift L1 and close parentheses and enter, and that's done. So now when you go to stat and edit, they're in order. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. To enter stuff, let me go clear, or second, quit. There we go. Clear. To enter stuff into the spreadsheet, you hit stat, edit, hit enter on edit, and you type in whatever you need to type in. Then to put it in order, you do stat, sort in ascending order, enter, hit second 1, which is L1, close parentheses and enter. That's how you put them in order. Now, we can't do anything else on this one with the calculator. We can calculate some stuff, and I'm going to show you that, but not right now because it's only asking to put it in this chart right here. Okay.
So for these, for the test, are we allowed to use Excel?
You should be able to. If not, you can always use another device like a tablet or another laptop or something and pull up Excel.
Because I know that you said that like if you clicked off of the thing that it would like close down for like cheating.
Yeah, but if it's got one of these beside it, if it's got that little tab right there, you can use it on the test.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So these I'm gonna put 100 and 199 and 200 and 299 and 300 and 399 and 400 and 499 and 500 and 599. Now a lot of people say, well, Hubert, how did you know to do that? Well, what's your class width? Somewhere on here it gives a class width.
0.99.
I'm sorry, what? Well, 0 to 99 is 100. Okay, 0 to 99, that's 100 numbers. So you would just do the same thing below here, put a 0 here. So what 0 is after 99? There's only one 0 number that's after 99, and that's 100. And then you see the pattern. Now you just count. So go to your handy dandy spreadsheet. This is what you would do. You would write these down by hand in your notebook or whatever if you were doing it by hand. And let's see, 0 to 99. 0 to 99 is right there. And I'm going to color those yellow. And then 100 to 199 is right there, and I'm going to color those blue. $200 to $299, color those verde. 300 to $399, color that dang old magenta. Whoop, no. I don't see a magenta, so let's do magenta. Magenta, that's good enough. It's more of a mauve, but it'll work. And no 400 to 499, and 500, I'll just leave it white. So how many we got? That's 21, but I'll check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21, 4, 3. I'm going to go back here. 21, 4, 3, 1, oops, 0. I messed that number up. And 1. And that's it. Now, like I said, if I was to give you this in a test question, I'd have to give you less numbers over here so you could do it by hand real quick. This is a good homework question, but if I was to give you a test question, I'd probably cut these numbers in half. Fair enough?
Yeah.
All right, 12.221. Got 2 people sending this question in. 21/12. First of all, is it a test question? Yep. This one is a little bit more, of a test question. Now, you got to read the question. Using the data to construct a frequency, it was the first class of 85. Find the missing frequency in each question. I'm looking for 20 states. I'm looking for anything the data might, okay. Now somebody got to find the class width. The class width, this is not easy. Well, you could, now this is to the 10th. Be careful here. So the 10th, what's right past 94? Give me the number past 94 that has a 0 in it.
95.
95 point what?
0.
95.0. Now somebody tell me what the class width is.
95.0.
No.
What's 95 minus 85?
5.
10.
10. So class width is 10. Write that down.
I said 10.
Class width is 10.
We're good at math, I swear.
Miss Roberts,
Right.
you having problems, girl? She in or out? So
Oh,
add
that's-
10 to everything.
98.
94, that'd be 104.9. Add 10 to 95. 105. Add 10 to 104.9. Add 10 to 105. Add 10 to 114.9. Add 10 to 125. 144.9. Add 10 to 135. Okay, we just used the class width to fill out this side. And I'm going to go put these in order just like I did a while ago. I'm just going to put them in order. Not going to do anything with the calculator, just put them in order. Okay, they're like this, so you can't put them in order. They may already be in order. They are. Going this way. And then this way. Oh, me. Going this. Just forget it. I'm sorry. I'm just getting irritated with this mouse. Okay, it is in order going this way. So how many are between 85 and 94.9? 85 and 94.9.
Looks like 9 of them.
Looks like 9. How many are between 95 and 104.9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 5. How many is between 105 and 114? 1.
Just 1, I think.
115 and 124. 1,
Yeah, just
2,
1.
2. 125 and 134. 125 and 134. 2. How many is between 135 and 144? 1. And 153 is 1. Okay, let me see where I got wrong. Let's see, 9 and 4, that's 14,
I think
15.
that 5 is supposed to be a 4.
Thank you. Thank you for the communication.
You're welcome.
So that's pretty much the kind of question I would ask you on a test. Because it's only got 20 numbers instead of 30. Okay. And I'm going to delete these as I go along, if that's okay with y'all. 12.2, 28. Wait a minute. That's 12.2, number 9, so we need to do that one first. 12.2, number 9/9. I think we did this one, because I remember it repeating. Y'all tell me if we did this one. I don't think so. No, but this is a good test question. So I'm going to write this one down, and I'll do it on the whiteboard. So write it down in your notes. This is 12.2 or 12.2 9/9. 12.2 9/9. And we got 8 to 12, 13 to 17, 18 to 22, 23 to 27, 28 to 32, 33 to 37. And I guess that's ages or something. Class, I don't know what it is. Don't really care. And the head count. And of course, head count, that's too rednecky. So you have to call it what? Frequency. So 746, 746, 019. Okay, now first of all, I'm gonna go to the whiteboard here, and I want you to have the same thing I've got written right here. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm starting yawning in this class. I hadn't yawned all morning.
No yawning in class.
Some drugs. I shouldn't take drugs before class. That's a joke, people, so don't call my department head. Said, yes, my teacher, I think he takes drugs before class.
You had that happen to you before.
Yep.
Wow.
People have no sense of humor. I mean, it's like they believe everything I say. Maybe that's why I'm a terrorist.
Maybe.
Y'all know why I'm a terrorist, don't you?
Why?
Because I'm a veteran and I'm a member of the NRA. That's why. And that's all I'm gonna say. You just have to Google that and you'll find out why I say that. But anyway. Anybody got a question on what? All I did was write the question down. All right. So what can I get from this information? Well, first thing I do, I add all these up, and that gives me how many students are in the class. Let's say this is a class, and this is the ages of people in the classroom. Okay. So I add all these up, and that gives me N. So 9 plus 1 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. Add your 10s first. Why? Because everybody in the world can add 10. Like adding 2 plus 2. 10 plus 10 is what? 20. 27. So that's the first thing you do. Find N. So I'm going to take my handy dandy green highlighter. And we're going to write, that's one thing we can do with a frequency distribution, is find N. What's the second thing? Well, the second thing probably going to be class width, because that's the most important number besides the midpoint. Class width. Well, I'm going to color that orange. And I'm going to take 17 minus 12. Now, why did I do 17? Can anybody guess why I picked 17 minus 12? Anybody? Because I can't stand subtracting eights. So 17 minus 12 is 5. I could have picked 37 minus 32. I could have picked 28 minus 23. I could have picked 23 minus 18, 18 minus 13, 22 minus 17. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go back to your notes where I told you how to find the class width. Subtract two coinciding, whatever, or consecutive. Two consecutive lower class limits or upper class limits, subtract them from each other. And I just did that. What else can we find? Well, the midpoint of each class. Now, the midpoint is important because you can actually use the midpoint to calculate things. And that's why I put a check beside it, because and if you come back and take my 120 or my 103, you actually can use the midpoint to calculate. So we take the first plus the second and divide by 2. 8 plus 12 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is what? And then start adding the class width. And we need to put it between 30 and 37, so that'd be 35. So there's your midpoints. So I'm not going to highlight the midpoints because that's a little bit hard to do since you're doing all this and then doing this. But we can go ahead and do the class boundaries. Somebody tell me, what numbers are we given? We're given to the 10ths, right? We're given to the 10th, so that means we got to go to the what?
To the
100th. And I told you that when we started doing this, I think Wednesday, I told you that we have to, whole numbers go to the 10th. 10th go to the 100th, 100th go to the 1000th. And our 100th is 0.995. So what's the lowest number before? What's the number right below 8?
7.
And you add a 0.995, and then you start adding the what? The class width. So what's 7.995 plus 5?
12.995.
There you go. Now you got it. And add 5.
17.
Add 5. I suck at it.
22.
That'd be what? 32 or
No,
22?
22.
22.995. Add 5.
27.
32.995.
Nope.
And we got to make it at least to 37. So that's going to
The
be
next one's 37. Yeah.
37.995. There's one other thing that they might ask for, and that is the modal. Which of these groups, which class shows up the most?
The first one. The 8 to
Good
12.
job. No.
Oh, no. The bottom one. Sorry.
Yeah, make sure you don't do like I did last time. Don't look at the bottom. There's your modal. So most of the students in this class, the highest number of students in this class, head count, is 33 to 37 years of old or whatever. Now, I don't know what else they're going to ask for, but those are some things that they would ask for. Let's look at the question and see. Okay, the total number is 27. We got that. The width of each class is 5. The midpoint of the second class is what, 15? The modal class are, well, I cut it off. There we go. 33 to 37.
Yeah.
33 to 37. The class limits of the next class, if additional class was to be added, the class limits would be, what's 33 plus 5?
It's 38.
And what is 37 plus 5?
42.
And that should be it. That's a good, I like that question. I like that one. I'd rather give you this as a test question than that previous question. I like this one because it does everything. I like that one. All right, next question. 12.3 37/18. Did I say 12.3? Okay, you need to turn your volume down a little bit because I'm still hearing myself talk. All right, whoever. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to show you the easy part. I'm going to delete these two. 12.3 and 12.4. I'm going to give you some test grades. And I think we might have started on this the other day. Okay. Here are your test grades. I'm going to put them in order. 72, 75, 80, 81, 92, 95. There's your test grades. Go ahead and put them in your calculator. You don't have to put them in order because I've already got them in order. You just type them in: 72, 75, 80, 81, 92, 95. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to put by hand. I'm going to show you how to find everything by hand. Then we're going to do it on the calculator. Mean, median. And this one is gone, ready for the trash can.
Isn't the mean 81?
What?
Isn't the mean 81?
No.
Oh, no, not the mean, the median.
I'll get to that in just a second. Mean, median, mode, range, mid-range, and we're going to stop right there because we're going to, okay, the next two are variance and standard deviation, and we're just going to let the calculator do that, but I got to show you how to do that. All right, mean. What do you do to get the mean? You add up all the test grades and divide by n. So you're going to add up all these numbers and divide by 6. So I'm going to do that for you just because I wanted to show you how to do this by hand. So 72 plus 75 plus 80, 80 plus 81, so hard with the mouse, 92 plus 95. And that is 495 over 6. And divide by 6. 82.5 is your mean. That's how you find your mean. Add them up and divide by how many there are. Now, the median. If n is even, you take the average of the two middle terms. Now, I'm going to say that out loud again so you can write it down. If n is even, n is how many you have. If n is even, you have to average the two middle terms. And in this case, n is equal to 6. There's 6 test grades. So n is even. So you've got to average the two middle terms. So 80 plus 81 divided by 2, and that comes out to be 80.5. Y'all check my math. Now, if n is odd, you just do like Mr. Pack said, you just pick the middle term.
Yeah, I wasn't that far off.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, yeah, I wasn't that far off. I said 81.
No, you wasn't. Okay, so that's how you find the median. Median means middle. Mode, the one that shows up the most, I really don't care about that because anybody can get that. Just one that shows up the most. All these are different numbers. So you put does not exist. Make sure you put letters or words. Do not put 0. Why? Because you'll always get some smart aleck teacher that'll go put a big X through it and go 0 is not even in the data set. Okay? Do not use 0 to say does not exist or there isn't any. Make sure you put a word or letters. Okay, no solution. That's better than 0. All right. Put something that says there ain't one or ain't one, isn't one, whatever you want to put. Range. Highest minus the what?
Lowest.
95 minus 72. What is that? 23?
Yeah.
Y'all settle down, please. Mid-range. Mid-range is equal to the highest plus the lowest divided by 2. Kind of like the midpoint. Take 95 plus 72 and divide by 2. And I have no idea what that is. That'll be, let's see, 9 and 7, 167. Should be 83.2, 83.5. Somebody check my math. 83.5. And those are the things that you could actually do by hand. Now I'm going to show you the calculator and what it'll spit out. And I think I mentioned this to you the other day before class was over. So let's go ahead and pull out the calculator. Clear and clear. I don't know why I keep doing that the wrong way. All right, I'm going to hit Stat. I'm going to hit Edit. And I'm going to go clear L1. Do not hit delete. Hit clear. Enter. And I'm going to type in 72, 75, 80, 81, 92, and 95. Everybody with me? Yeah, Hubert, we're with you.
Yes.
Hold on, Hubert. I'm not finished yet. Everybody got them in?
Got it.
Now hit Stat. Move over to Calculate. And it's already on what you need. Just hit Enter. first variable statistic. It's already reading L1. That's where you typed in your numbers. All you got to do is hit calculate. Now, what are you looking for? Well, I'm going to mark it in red. The first thing, X bar. X bar is your mean. So in red, X bar is equal to 82.5. What did we get?
82.5.
We got 82.5. So the calculator, you look for X bar. Same thing. Okay, what else? Let's see. The calculator also gives you SX.
What's
Okay, no, it's not. No, it's squared. There we go. SX is right here. The standard deviation is 8.3815, 8.3815, 27307. And that is the standard deviation right here.
what's
SX.
SX exactly?
I'm sorry, what?
What is SX then?
Well, I don't know why they do that. I don't know. It's standard deviation. Just take my word for it. I don't know why the calculator, I don't know why they just don't say S, because the variable for standard deviation is S. So I don't know why they do S. I think they mean standard deviation of the X's that you typed in. I think that's what that means. Standard deviation of the X's right here. But that's the calculator. Now, I want somebody to take this number, 8.3815273007. I want you to raise it to the second power. So I'm going to do that. Now I've got to hurry. I got 2 minutes. All right, so I'm going to take 8.38 1527 307, and I'm going to raise that to the second power. And write this down. When you raise the standard deviation to the second power, that is called variance. 70.25. So 8.38 ... raised to the second power is equal to 70.25. So everything in red is what the calculator will give you, or what you can get from the calculator. Now there's one other thing you can get from the calculator. Scroll down on stat, calculate, first variable statistic, enter, and calculate. You go down, scroll down till you get to MED. And the MED is the median. And there in red is what the calculator you can get from the calculator. So the rest, you got to do it by what? Either by looking or observing. So let's take a blue marker and let's make a note of what you either have to do by hand or observe. The mode, the range, and the what? Mid-range. So you need to put that in blue. And if the question on the test or the whatever asked for the mode, range, or mid-range, you know you got to do that by hand. Because the calculator won't give you that. Why? Well, the mid-range is about the only valuable thing that you need to know. But we're not going to get into that in this here. And that's how you use the calculator. Now, of course, now the question somebody's going to ask is, well, how do we know when to use a calculator? Well, you read the question. If it says they want the mean, then you can do it on the calculator. If it says they want the mean and the median, you can do it on the calculator. If they say they want the mode or the range, you got to do it by hand, which most of the time you can do in your head. Mode, you just look for the number that shows up the most. Range is the highest minus the lowest. As long as you got everything in order, not a big deal. Okay, that shows you how to use your calculator. I want everybody tonight to go to the homework. I want you to start working on 12.3 questions and start using your calculator and by hand for the questions. So this question right here, just for instance, this question right here asks for what? Cheryl Mustard, let's see. Okay, we got to, she received grades of blah, blah, blah. The mean average. Okay, this is a question. Okay, we'll do this one in class. So this is kind of algebraic. So we'll have to do that one in class. But if you get one that says, what is the mean? Well, you can do that on a calculator. If it says, what is the median? You can do that on a calculator. What is the standard deviation or the variance? You can do that on a calculator. The rest of them, what is the mode? You're going to have to put them on a piece of paper, put them in order, and find out which one shows up the most. Range, put them in order, take the highest minus the lowest. Mid-range, put them in order, take the highest and the lowest, divide by 2. Okay, so that's where we're going so far. All right, y'all keep working on, let's see, did I call the roll? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, they logged me out. The hell with it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm tired of fooling with these people. All right, y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Pat,
What?